Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Do you need your computer tuned up? That's what the topic of the live stream is tonight. If you need your computer tuned up, stay tuned and watch the complete video because I'm going to get into some ways for you to tune up your computer. Hi, I'm Mike Locascio. If you haven't seen me before, I talk about computer repairs and how to maintain and repair your computer. I have over 150 videos so far. Hey there, Valerie. How's it going? If you're new here, definitely subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and leave a comment. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I am a computer tech and I've been working on computers over 20 years. And I give all my tips on my YouTube channel on how to make your computer run better. Okay, you're not new. That's cool. I know you said something about your phone, but I didn't catch it. Oh, great. I appreciate that. I really do. I appreciate that. Great deal. Oh, good. So where are you located? Are you in the U.S. or are you in UK? I get people from all over. Oh, New York. Yeah, I'm in Florida. I'm actually from New York. I was born and raised in New York. But I am living in Florida now. What part are you in the city or in the suburbs? It really doesn't matter. I always like to ask people where they're from. How you like it. Hey, Free Trader, there's my friend there. We got Valerie and Free Trader. How do I like Florida? I do like Florida. Yeah. So I'm going to get into some things you need to do to tune up your computer and make it run good. And like I said, that's what this video is about, this live stream. And you can definitely check out each other and definitely check out each other's channels and get familiar with each other's channels. We always get a lot of good people on my channel and from my comments, Oh, good. Yeah, Free Trader is a very interesting person. So definitely check out his videos and all that. So the things that I like to talk about is, what are the things you have to do to tune up your computer? Hey, Uncle Sam, how's it going? It's 72. I'm doing okay here. How are you? Now, I could tell you if you have an older computer or even a newer computer, sometimes it doesn't really take too long being on the internet that you have to do a tune-up on it. And when I talk about tune-up, I generally am talking about how to make it faster, how to do maintenance on it and make it faster, and then with software. And also, if you want to upgrade it and make it faster, you can add more memory to it, or you can even add a bigger, faster hard drive. If you have an older computer, and you weren't going to plan on keeping it for a long time, and you have a SATA hard drive, you can always upgrade to an SSD hard drive, which is much faster. And if you want to add more memory to it, you could find out how much memory you have, and you can add more memory, and that'll speed up your computer. So those are two hardware things that are available. And there's also a better graphics card. You know, if you have a decent computer but you don't have like really good graphics, you can always upgrade your graphic card. If you have onboard graphics, you can always, if you have a slot, you can put a better graphics card in. You know, it's you just have to see what if it's cost effective. Because I always tell people that the price for upgrading versus buying new, you have to weigh those options. Sometimes, I mean, if you're going to just change the hard drive, you'll get some good performance. But if you do a few different things, you know, it can get a little pricey. So if you have enough memory, you might only need to upgrade the hard drive. If you already have a SSD hard drive, you may want to just put in a little more memory if you only have like the minimum amount of memory. So there's, you know, one thing will help you out. You know, you can either do a memory or hard drive or graphics card. You don't have to do all three. But and always clean the cache and history quite often helps with speed. Oh, exactly, Uncle Sam, exactly. That's what I'm getting into is, you know, you want to get it faster, you have to really focus. If your computer was faster when you got it and now it's kind of slowing down, then you definitely have to, you know, focus on doing the maintenance on it, and you know, watch some of my videos, and you'll learn the basics what you have to do, and I'll explain them here too. Number one is you have to stop programs that are running in the background. Sometimes you'll use programs and they won't close, and they could be running in the background and using up your memory. And when that happens, you have less memory to do other things. So that's a real memory hub, is when you have programs running. What you have to do is you don't uninstall the program, you don't get rid of the program. What you do is you have to take it off the startup menu. So if you're on Windows 7, you have to go into MS Config. You would type that in the run box, and you have to go into the startup tab and uncheck everything that's in there, and then hit apply and hit OK, and then restart it. If you're on Windows 10 computer, you have to right click the toolbar on the bottom and left click Task Manager, and go into your Task Manager. And if you see if you look for other programs that are running, and you know, you end them so you don't have them running. You know, you take them off. You know, that's one thing that you could do. Another thing is to clean your browser, which I always tell people. I always stress clean your browser. You're on Google Chrome. You go to history. You just go to the upper right hand corner. You go to history, and you clear all the browsing data, and that will help you speed up your computer some. Also, clean the cache and all the temporary files. The way to do that is, if you're on Windows 10, you're going to go to right click on the start and go to the run box, and you're going to type in temp, and then you're going to hit OK, and then you're going to delete all the temporary internet files. Then you close that out and you go back to the run box by right clicking the start and left clicking run, and then you'll type in prefetch, which is spelled prefetch. And after you do that, you hit OK, and then you delete all the or as many as you can from the prefetch folder. And then you do the same exact thing and you type temp with the percentage signs on each side. Okay, Uncle Sam. I'm glad you're here. Hey, Chantel, how's it going? And so what you do that, and then you clean out most of your temps by doing that, and then you close that out. Another thing you can do is you can go into your control panel, and on your C drive, it lists all the programs that are on your computer. Hey, David, how's it going? So you do that by typing in control panel in your search bar on the bottom, clicking that, going to uninstall programs, double click on that, and then check the list of your programs. You'll have a list of programs they're all alphabetically ordered. And I'm pretty good, Chantel. Glad you're here. And what you do is you start from the top and you just go down one at a time. And if it's any kind of program or game you don't use anymore, you can always uninstall it. And if it's toolbars, those things slow down your computer. So if you have any toolbars in there, you highlight them, you go up to the top and you hit uninstall, and you get rid of the toolbar one at a time, well, however many you have. If you have games in there that you don't play, you can get rid of those. You can highlight it, go to the top, hit uninstall. That cleans your hard drive out. You just go down the whole list. If you're not sure what something is, then you leave it alone. But you can also do a Google search and it will tell you what it is too. You don't want to remove anything that says, important, so just don't go and start deleting things, uninstalling things, because might mess up your computer, it might not start right. So only get rid of what you know. And another thing you could do is then you can close that out and you can run scan disk, and scan disk will look for temporary stuff and then it will get rid of it. Why does Google Chrome run so many processes? See, yeah, that's a good question. By default, Google Chrome will run a bunch of different things, and in the processes, that's just how it's set up. You can, take some of the things off, and it will free up your memory. It's just, Windows 7 is the same way. When you got some of these Windows programs, I mean, they stay on there, and you have to just go in and get rid of them. That's the nature of the browser. It's kind of like it slows down your computer because you have to go to Task Manager and get rid of them. Hey, Caribbean. Like I was saying also about doing scan disk. Scan disk is real important too. What you do is you go to My PC, then you go to click on C drive. What you do is you right click on your C drive and you left click properties on the drop down menu, and then you'll see scan disk. And what you do is you click on that and it'll populate and it'll start looking for files that you need to get rid of. And it will ask you also if you want to clean your system files, and you just click on that, clean my system files. And once that's all, it finds everything, it will prompt you to remove it, and then you just click remove. It'll take a little time to remove these unwanted files. And then after you're done that, just go a little below, it'll say optimize hard drive and disk defrag. and you double click on that. And then you highlight your C drive and double click on it and just sit back and just let it do its thing. It's going to defrag your hard drive, which helps your hard drive make it healthier. You just wait until that's done. These are manual ways to do things, and I recommend doing these things step by step, and they're not really hard to do. I beach bench to bananas. That's a cool name. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. Um, but there are some certain programs that I recommend you using, and I know that it will clean your computer and it will tune it up and make it faster. And one of them is a program that's called Malware Bytes, free version. I talk about it in a lot of my videos, and a lot of people are getting that program and using it, and they're having some great results with it because it'll always find things. If you have a lot of problems and your computer's slow, it'll find things and it will really speed up your computer. So, you can go and look for that program. Just, and it's not spelled BITES, it's spelled BYTES. So you'd be looking for Malware Bytes. It's one word. Free version for Windows 10. And you download that and you install it, and then you just click on it, and it'll find a lot of stuff. If you got a lot of stuff on there, it'll find it, and then at the end, it will prompt you to remove everything. On Windows 7, you'll probably have to restart. Even on Windows 10, you might have to restart after it's done because it may not be able to get everything at one time. See, what happens is if there's a lot of things that it has to get rid of, it needs a restart in order to do it. So, that's a good program to get. I'd highly recommend you getting that. And also, make sure you have an antivirus. If you have any problems, your antivirus will pick it up, and make sure you update that antivirus. Whether it's a free version or a paid version, make sure you have the updates. That's very important to have the updates because that's going to protect you from any kind of threats, all the basic threats that are out there. Another program that I really like and it really will help speed up your computer is called Super Anti-Spyware. It's a really good free program also, and I use that. It's called Super Anti-Spyware, and you can download that free. You can go to a website called download.com. Yeah, I do recommend a specific antivirus, and I use it all the time. It's called Avast, AVAST, and it's a free version. That's what I put on all my customers' computers, and I put them on my computers. And you can get that free if you have Windows 10. Type in Avast for Windows 10, or you can go to download.com and you can get it there. Just type in free software and type in the program. Or you can just do a search for Avast. Make sure you put in for Windows 10 free version. Not the trial, the free version. I mean, you can get the trial if you want. You can pay for, the paid one if you like. I've always used the free one, and the free one works pretty good, and it's a very good antivirus. I've never had any problems with it. I use that in combination along with the Malware Bytes program, and I have Super Anti-Spyware. And another program I recommend is called C Cleaner, 2 C's, and it would be spelled C plus cleaner, so it's all one word, 2 C's, and then LEANER, and you can get that free. It's a little program, but it's really powerful. And there's also a registry cleanup on it where you can click on, after you run the cleaner, you can click on the registry thing and it will clean out your Windows registry. and that speeds up your computer because a lot of files get stuck in the Windows registry, and it gets rid of all the files, which is nice, and that helps you speed up your computer. Also, like what I was saying, look into adding more memory to your computer. It's not very expensive to get memory. I would call like Crucial.com, who I highly recommend. That's where I get my memory from, and they have a program on their website that will analyze your computer and tell you how much memory you have and how much you can update it with. So I would go to their website, Crucial.com, and do the memory test there. If you're not sure how much you have, if you know how much you have, then you can give them a call and they'll help you out on the phone. But they're really very good. They have good prices, and some of the older computers they have memory for that also. Anything from Windows 7 to Windows 10, I'd recommend you if you don't have a lot of memory, consider upgrading because it will help you out along with the other things, of course. The maintenance, those programs that I spoke about. You get all these things, and then you run these things periodically. Anytime you have an issue, run seed cleaner. I usually wait until the very last thing, and then I run the seed cleaner because after antivirus finds something or Malwarebytes finds something, then I like to run at the very end. I like to run the seed cleaner, and then what I do is I do the registry cleanup after that because that's kind of like the final thing you want to do is clean your registry, but you want to do that after you clean files and things like that. You remove files. You clean the registry out. And also, like I was saying, that program Super Anti-Spyware is a great program. That's also free. You could find that also online, and it's very good. And I've been using these programs probably for like 20 something years, and I uh, I highly recommend them. And I don't use the big name brand like McAfee antivirus, and I don't use like Norton and things like that because they're really not the best programs. And in general, those programs could slow your computer down. So I recommend the standalone programs, not the ones that come with your computer, but the ones that you could put on there that don't affect anything else. So if you have a trial version antivirus that doesn't work anymore, make sure you go into your control panel, uninstall program, and make sure you remove that before you put another antivirus on there. Highlight it, go to the top, hit uninstall, and once that's done, then you could put your, Avast antivirus on. But it's always good to uninstall the one that you have on there if you're not using it before you put another one on. You see what I mean? You don't want to have two antiviruses, and for no reason. And that's another reason I always say to go into your C drive, your control panel, add remove programs, and look in there for all the different programs that are in there, because I'm sure everybody has at least 4 or 5 things that you can remove that you don't need or don't want, or it can be some kind of malware that's on your computer and causing pop-ups or something like that. Because sometimes when you're not on Google Chrome and you end up jumping on another browser, and a lot of times there'll be a lot of spyware and it won't work properly. You have to go into anytime you install a program you don't want, um, you have to go into the control panel to remove it. So if you ever download something and it ends up downloading like three things, that's what you have to do. But I recommend before you download anything, make sure you check and see that that's all you're downloading. Because sometimes when you download something, there's check marks and it's telling you that those things are also going to be downloaded at the same time. So before you download it, uncheck those boxes so you could just get what the program that you want downloaded. Because it's kind of sneaky. These companies do that. They add on a couple things, and then if you don't uncheck the box before you download, you end up having these programs, and they can mess things up. They, downloading some kind of weird toolbar or some kind of other browser, and it gets to be a mess. You have to get rid of these things, so it's always better to get rid of them before you install them. So keep your eyes open when you download something and make sure, there's no boxes there that have any check marks telling you, hey, this is going to be, you're also getting this program and you're getting this program. It's usually McAfee antivirus, so I always uncheck it because I don't want that or something like that. And you're better off unchecking it because it'll save you more trouble later trying to get the stuff off. And another thing that I know, if you're on a desktop, always check your fans, make sure your fans are clean. Don't spray air into your fan and let it spin. If you have dust on your fans, unplug it, hold the fan with your finger, and then spray the compressed air, or take a small vacuum and vacuum it out, or get some Q-tips and take it out that way. But make sure your computer's unplugged, and if you have dust on your motherboard and on your components, it'll make your computer run hotter. So you want to take that off. Yeah, I know. I've seen them on phones and things, and I don't recommend putting them on a phone. But you know, oh, that's okay. I know it can be used on other devices. You're right. I've seen that. So just to be safe, make sure your fans are clean. And if you really don't know a lot about computers, it's okay to open up the side of your computer and look inside. You can make sure that you unplug it, and you can see if there's dust in there. And if there is, don't use any damp cloth or anything. You don't want to wet the inside of your computer. So don't use any type of liquid or anything. You either want to use canned air, or you want to use like a small hand vacuum, or so I prefer, personally, I like to use like Q-tips or something, or a small brush. When I go on service calls, I always carry a small paintbrush, and if the computer has dust on it, I'll clean the fans for the person because that makes a big difference. I always I check the CPU fan. I check there's a heat sink underneath the CPU fan, and I make sure that's not clogged up with dust because air needs to circulate to cool down your processor. So you need to have those fans good. So that's a good thing to do. And also on your laptop, make sure that your laptop is set to high performance. And also on your desktop, make sure it's set to high performance, in your options there. And there's a couple different settings. It's probably set on balance. You set it to high performance, you get a little bit more power out of it. And that's the last one on the bottom. So when you open it, you like look down, and the last option is high performance. So put it on that, and that'll help you out a lot. So I hope you guys, get some, value from these tips. I always come out with different videos with new tips and new things that I find that that will help anybody with their computer. Hello, Suman. Hey, Metro, how's it going? Metro's cool. He's like the first guy that I talked to on YouTube. And yeah, I see you. I always see you on your live streams. Hi, Dark Tempest. Welcome. Hit the bell if you haven't. Make sure you hit the bell and check each other's channels out. You have some good channels in here. Uncle Sam. We have a Trader. He's got a great channel. Check him out. Make sure you check everybody out and check out their channels. And my PC is still working. Well, that's a good thing. I mean, your computer can work faster and can run better. So there's always room for improvement, especially, if you rely on your computer for business and a lot of people, it's kind of like your cell phone, most people really rely on their cell phone. I know me, I do a lot of YouTube on my cell phone, and I do other things on there, so I rely on it. If you have a computer, you want it to last, and you want to get the best performance out of it. And also make sure you get those Windows updates. Update all your Windows updates, type in Windows Update and go in there in your control panel, Windows Update, you need it. And also have a backup plan. I can't stress that enough. A lot of people put important things on their computer, and you need to back that stuff up. What I mean by that is you need to have these little pen drives or external hard drive where you could save your important data offline. Actually caught you live. Hey, Tim, yeah, I know I was getting messages from you about that. But yeah, I'm glad you're here. Anybody that hasn't hit the bell, hit the bell. If you make sure you hit thumbs up. Tim is here, he's a real cool guy. Make sure you check Tim out. Check out Uncle Sam. Check out everybody. Some really good channels in here. And yeah, every time I do a live, I get all kinds of people that come up and say, "Oh God, I missed your live," and I'm like, "Hey, you'll catch it again." I do. Sometimes I do 2 or 3 a day, but I know New York Jets is a good friend of mine, and he always sends me a text saying, "Oh, I missed you again," and just said, "Yeah, I know you're in the UK, Tim, and then your time is all, time zone is all different, so that's why." Miss you. But yeah, Uncle Sam's here. He's got a really, really nice channel there. Check each other out. Meet new, make new friends. That's what it's all about. I like to make new friends and get to know people. And then you can comment. You keep in touch on the comments. Hi there, Daily Dose. Welcome. Daily Dose, I've seen him, Daily Dose around. another solid person. You want to check out Daily Dose. So I'm doing okay, pretty good. I just came on here with a idea on trying to get people to come watch my stream and have a tune-up. So I want people to know that they can tune up their computer themselves. It's not very difficult. You just have to follow a few steps, and that'll do it. You know. So I hope you got something out of it. Tim is from the UK, and so it's really good. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've been streaming actually 50, almost 56 minutes now. So, okay. Daily Dose is in the UK too. So, Daily Dose, make sure you get Tim. He's on your time zone. You're both on the other side of the pond. I used to have a lot of friends on AOL years ago that I used to talk to from the UK. We used to have a lot of fun. Where are you? Oh, okay. West Yorkshire. Hey, King, how's it going? Great to see you here. If you just came in, please hit thumbs up. It is 9:57 here in USA on the East Coast. 9:57 in the evening. Yep, and over there it's almost 2 o'clock. That's funny, you know? Yeah, Metro is cool. Make sure you get check Metro out, definitely. UK, okay, yeah. Yeah, the time zones really get a little confusing sometimes. I know because sometimes I'll go on at night and I'll see all the people from, um, like different countries, and it's like they. Yeah, I kind of lost connection there. I think I'm back. There we go. Yeah, I paid it out. Yeah, check everybody out. King, check out King, Uncle Sam, Daily Dose. Check everybody out. Also, oh yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, okay, so I am back. That's good. Appreciate that, Uncle Sam. It says live on here, so I thought I was. And we got Queen, we got some cool people here. Everybody check each other out. Hey, I appreciate it. So, getting back to, your computer. Metro, all right, you're still present. Tierra, checking out Uncle Sam, that's great. Check out Tierra. There's some good people here. A lot of people that come by and send me really nice comments. I really appreciate all the comments I get. Of really nice people here. And without you guys, I wouldn't even have a channel. Yeah, help Tierra out to get to 400. So if you don't have Tierra, make sure you check Tierra out and try to help her get to 400. She needs to get to 400, guys. So if you don't have Tierra, go get Tierra as soon as possible. Yes, sir. Daily Toast. Check her out. And also check out Queen. There's a few other people on here too. Good. So yeah, you're getting close to 400 there, Jera. Uncle Sam got you. You know when Uncle Sam gets you, you know it's for real. Then you have to pay some taxes. That's funny. I am only around 200. Hey, that's how we all start, you know. We all start at number one and we work our way up. We all start at one or zero, right? Yeah, right. Taxes. Oh, what about my other friend? Um, I forget now. I forget names and stuff. He does networking, computer. He does the stocks and everything. I wonder if he's still here. Trader, trader. I gotta go. Okay. You take care. All right. Yep. Yeah, trader's another cool person. If you don't have trader, check trader out. See you, Tim. Great to see you. And yeah, we're going on like 42 minutes, so definitely check each other out. Help each other grow. Okay, over and out. Got you there. I am also certified IT support 25, 1995, class of master certified computer system support. Hey, there you go. You got all the certifications there. So, I think I'm going to be leaving in a few. So, you know, I'll keep the stream on for a couple more minutes. Then I got to take off. You mentioned disk cleaner cleanup. I realized I hadn't run it for a long time, so I ran it. Okay, great. Yeah. 1.41. That's good. Yeah. And then when it asks you to remove it, you just click remove. After that, you can go down and do the defrag right after that. Optimize, drive, and defrag. So yeah, the disk cleanup is great, you know. Run that. I always do the optimize drive after that, but the disk cleanup is very good. Make sure, yeah, run that. You know, check that in a couple weeks too, you know, because it will accumulate stuff. And I think on that note, I think I'm going to be leaving the stream. Thanks everybody for coming. Make sure you get each other. You check each other's channel out. You get each other. Clear your cache to store more space in order to download apps. Yep, exactly. Oh, thanks Metro, Daily Dose, and everybody. Uncle Sam, everybody else, thanks for coming. Thanks for your support.